we're back, we're feeling better now, and the flu is gone. So, well, I say that, and it's still got a little bit left. We're going to show a quick, not a day in a life, but more an update of how we're tackling these upcoming trades that I'm going to be taking, etc., and how I'm approaching December. Don't believe people who say, don't trade December or don't trade quiet months. Trade what you think is best for your plan. And how do you work that out? Trial and error. So trial every day, every month, even bank holidays, and see what works and what doesn't. Then you can implement from there. I don't believe in believing other people and just blindly following what they say, albeit they may have 10 years in the markets, 12 years, but if they don't trade your plan, why are you listening to every single word they're saying and every single bit of schedule that they have? So with this video, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on December for EURUSD and DXY, and also compare or show a bit more of my face because I'm feeling a bit better now, and also any live trades. I think live trades are really cool, and the FTMO terminal, of course, on Wednesday. So transparency, we are on Tuesday, the 2nd of December. No trades yet. EURUSD is looking very nice for sales right now, so I'm waiting for that. New York session's just started, 1 p.m. UK time. We'll see how the day goes, and if anything does happen, I'm going to record it live on the screen, and we'll go from there.
Welcome back. We are on a Tuesday, and it is now, you can see down at 8:50 a.m. EST. Live trades, transparency, cool, let's go. Now, EURUSD, I think personally, breaking down the month really quickly, as you can see from the segment at the start of the video, we're going to break it down. I think we're going to be coming back down and closing very bearish for the month, also for the quarter and for the year. We're going to be extremely bullish still, but at least a pullback within this yearly candle. Now, what we can clearly see from September is a downtrend, and it's much clearer on the daily. You can see price showing movement towards the downside. Now, the reason why I'm very sold already on bearish trend is the first candle of the month. Now, this candle ultimately was very, very wicky. So as you can see, this wicked up and then completely rejected. To me, that signifies that the order flow for the month is creating the quote unquote upper wick of the monthly, which has been created, filled in the previous month's wick, and now is going to continue back down in line with the daily trend, which has started from the 17th of September. So that to me is the whole basis of this trade, and my idea for now. How can I be invalidated if we start closing above this level? That's simple as that. It was still bearish. Cool. If you look at DXY really quickly, what are we? We're still very bullish. Since the 17th of September, this is still going up. This failed to break lower and create a beautiful daily candle, which, once again, if we look at the monthly, filled in the wick. Where are we going next? So overall, that's my bias. Yes, we swept this liquidity on the monthly. However, what didn't happen on EURUSD? The sweep of that liquidity. So therefore, I'm thinking price is going to target this liquidity down here, and that means also DXY will most likely continue up as well. Remember, the 12-month is obviously extremely bearish, and it's just a pullback on the higher time frame where we can probably see potential further downside DXY, maybe Q2, Q3 next year, but that's too far in advance for now. So going back to EURUSD, what's the quick live trade that we're going to get entering, hopefully, is this one here. So we always look for a 1 hour sweep. That's what I look for. Very, very low volume for Monday and also today so far, I'd say. Sorry, today, not yet. Monday was beautiful volume. Today, lower volume, as you can see. Now, I may be wrong, maybe right. Let's see. What I'm expecting is some sort of movement up here and then continuation back down. I'm wanting to see something like this. So this is the fake out continuation down for the rest of the day coming into New York. We're already in New York, but New York open, stock exchange open. And just a continuation and a flip of the week to continue further down. Like I said, if I'm wrong, then obviously my trade will be, or my invalidation point is up here. We shall see. So I'm looking to get tagged in, or I might have been tagged in now. Once we got a close below this 5 minute, which we did, been waiting for it, been playing around, and then we rejected, close below. Now we entered within of 1 minute FEG. We shall see how it reacts. There we go. We shall see how it reacts and how this plays out. But overall, I think it's good to see transparent trades. We'll see how this plays, and we'll let you know.
We've got a first time outdoor shot. Thought it'd be nice to reflect on the week so far. Wednesday, current time is about 15 to 2, if I'm not mistaken, UK time. New York opened, we've had some data release, bad jobs data for US, meaning Euro USD could continue going up. So more context, I'm going to show a trade as well after this on the FTMO terminal, as always, to show the transparency. We took a loss earlier on Tuesday, took a nice win today on Wednesday, and we're going to be looking for potential reversals now that we swept high time frame liquidity. Learning from our lessons, we're waiting for market structure to shift on the intraday. So 15 and 1 hours creating lower lows and lower highs. But apart from that, everything's pretty good. So far, so good. And yeah, enjoying a bit of the UK, lovely clear skies.
More chart work. We love chart work. Now, the last trade was a loss. We'll document it at the end of the video because I think it's better when you have the FTMO terminal in front of you. Now, this one, and I was reading comments, hence why this is a buy, right? And I agree, looking at the higher time frame too much, which is very prominent and clear if you zoom out. And like I said in all my videos, we've been bearish since the 17th of December. Now, what that means is price is obviously trending like this. I actually found a better tool to display this, but if you follow the dots, they're creating lower highs and lower lows, and they're trending down. It's very clear to see. However, in the intraday time frame, if we use those same dots again, and let's use it since Friday the 21st November, what lows are being created here in what trend? Upwards, bullish. So there is a saying where you need to zoom out, right? Where people get stuck on, let's say, the 1 minute, for example, and they're zoomed in like this, and they forget to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Whereas I was the inverse. I was too zoomed out and not looking on the smaller quote unquote time frames, which is just the intraday, the 1 hour, and completely missing or trying to guess a top or a bottom, which never usually ends well. And I was reviewing my trades last night after reading some of those comments, so thank you for those. And they're very valid and very true. So despite me or even price being very bearish on the downtrend, on the higher time frame, it doesn't matter because these levels and current price in the last week or so are bullish, and you have to adapt to that bias. So until price shows you that it's bearish again, you can't force those types of trades, which are sells. So with that in mind, we were looking for buys this morning. It is now 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Buys this morning on the London session. So 3 o'clock and 3 a.m. EST. We got this nice sweep of liquidity on the 1 hour, which is what we look for. And we understand that we're targeting, it already swept, by the way, at 7 o'clock, swept this high, which is actually a daily level. But like we said, we can't force sells. So I've adapted to buys for now. And if we look at DXY, which was why I had this view up, we have both up. You can clearly see that we're trending down. My target for the week, or just for now, is this weekly level down here, resting below here, which was created in the 10th of November. It's a lot of liquidity, high time frame liquidity. And once I get swept, we don't know how it will react. And so the safer bet is to take money off or take profits off from there. So once that sweeps on DXY and Euro USD, I'll be taking it off. The reason why I entered, even though this swept, and some people might get put off by this, is because DXY didn't. So I like to see DXY catch up in terms of the buys in Euro and sells in DXY. There's liquidity down here resting here. So we might actually see a further push on Euro USD before this even catches up. You can see the difference between his 9 pips on DXY, about 5 on here. So depending on how it plays out, we may get an entry or exit here or a bit further up ahead. But either way, it'll be about 2 to 1 to 3 to 1 RR. I'll keep you posted in the update at the end of the video. Welcome back, everyone. We've got finally, that's not make good English, but we've got a good week so far. I just realized that I'm recording these videos on a Wednesday. I think I'm going to change that round and do Sundays uploads so I can cover the whole week. I don't know why I did a Wednesday. I think from previous habits. So going forward, there's going to be a bit of hiatus. So next Wednesday, no video. It'll be in the Sunday instead. I think that's better because it can cover the whole week, but this time it's going to cover 7 full trading days. So let's see where we went wrong, where we went right. I'm not going to repeat myself, but if you see the start of the video, Thank you to to those viewers for the comments. Now, you can see in trading how one good day can actually cover 2 weeks worth of bad days, which is one reason why I like trading, but also one reason why I like my strategy, because I aim for a bit more RR. Now, looking forward, I'm more zoomed in now, looking at the intraday and waiting for price to come to me. I think that's something I'm still working on, obviously. And we're here right now at 19. We're on the terminal, obviously, and we're at 197739. So about just over 1% down the account, which is not bad at all. Ideally, and I'm confident that we're going to be getting this done before Christmas break. Of course, we can't really trade around the Christmas time. There's not a lot of volume. Usually lasts about 2 to 3 weeks from experience. So I'll come back maybe the second week of Jan. I'll have a little peek in the first week, but I won't hold my breath. Now, here's the little terminal or little calendar that we'd like to see. Wednesday is closing off shortly. I'm not sure what else to show here apart from, yeah, we had that win. I guess we can show that going forward with FTMO's new rules that came in effect in October time, or maybe November actually. It was, if you have a lot size over 30, there's more of a spread compared to when lot size is 15 or even lower. So I'm going to try and keep my lot sizes 15 or lower and just do multiple positions to allow me to get better entries, especially on Euro USD, where you can actually maximize your entries because of the spread is zero. This introduction of 2 pipettes or 4 pipettes or 6 pipettes of spread when you enter and exit of a trade really does add up. And that's why I'm going to be using 15 or 10 going forward. So you'll see multiple positions for the exact same, you can see for the exact same position. So the breakdown was a trade you just saw earlier. Like I said, I was waiting for the continuation down, and we did get that continuation on the weekly. And to no surprise, we took advantage of that. I just realized this FTMO is terrible, so let's use this. So we were just waiting for Euro USD to come up and DXY come down. We have now swept that liquidity beautifully and swept up here. Now we don't know what's going to happen. Now we can anticipate potential Euro USD sales, but we can't until price shows us this on the intraday, which is the 1 hour and 15. I don't like using the 4 hour because trying to remove the amount of time frames I use and keep it very simple. So at the moment, you can clearly see an uptrend on the 15. It looks the same in the 1 hour. If we start seeing this change, now this would look something like this, and going into tomorrow, obviously then we can look for potential sells again in line with the higher time frame. And actually, this is still very much respecting the downtrend that we have. We've just swept this high. We haven't closed above it yet. It just all depends on tonight and tomorrow during Asian session when I wake up. So buys for now, but if things do start to escalate in terms of change of structure, then obviously I'll adapt to sells, potential short-term sells at least. But overall, positive day so far and positive week.